Your girl T here, back with the Tea Time Tuesday/Wednesday video. I know y'all are having a beautiful, blessed day because we're tea timers. It's absolutely what we do. Our affirmation of the day is, I am perfect now. We are perfect now. We're tea timers, so we're always perfect now. I wanted to address in this video the topic of being okay with yourself. Being okay with where you're at now. Being okay with the fact that you're good where you are right now. Manifestation aside, if you've been in a manifestation loop of hell for the past 4 or 5 years, watching video after video, asking questions, then seeing something in your 3D reality, reacting to your reaction, then affirming your reaction away, then watching another video, this could go on for centuries. The key, in my opinion, to the start of your manifestation journey is being okay with where you're at, being okay with where you are right now, right here, and watching the conversations you're having with yourself all day. We replay conversations with people who we get into arguments with, or when they say something unsavory to us, all throughout the day. Replay it, rethink what we should say to them, rethink of things we could have said to them, rethink of what they're going to respond to us after this argument dies down, etc. But these conversations are also manifesting. And when we are having conversations like that with ourselves, let's say, for example, you go throughout the day and you make a mistake at work, or you make a mistake driving, or you make a mistake here or there, and you start talking to yourself, you idiot, why did you do that? You're so stupid. Why do you always make mistakes? And this is the kind of narrative we're carrying throughout the day that will reflect in your reality. First of all, it's not nice to talk to yourself that way, so don't do it. Second of all, this reflection or identity that we have about ourselves is going to reflect back in our reality. So if we are always name calling ourselves, if we are always calling ourselves stupid when we make a mistake, if we're degrading ourselves by having humorous conversations with people about how dumb and stupid we are, or as simple as, how's your day? Oh God, the day gets worse and worse. Oh, my money's down. Like, those anages people say when you say, how are you? And you make a joke about how crappy your life is so you can join the other frequencies around you. These are the type of conversations that are building the identity we believe ourselves to be in. And when you are walking through this plane of reality in the identity that you're not good enough, you're stupid, you're unworthy, you can't make a mistake, everything in your life goes to pot, and then you're wondering why your reality isn't shifting because you're affirming from that identity, you are affirming from an identity of hatred, of self-hatred, and then you're wondering why your reality is not changing. It's because 90% of your day you are hating on yourself, and not just to yourself, but to other people, telling a story of yourself that is not serving you, and then affirming for a few minutes a day, wondering why your reality is not shifting. If you're in an identity where you hate yourself and you're saying like 5 or 10 affirmations a day, you're not even going to believe those affirmations because you're coming from a place where you don't really care about yourself. And I'm not saying you have to care about yourself to manifest, but it's going to be a hell of a lot easier to come from an identity of self-love when you are manifesting the things that you want. And if you say, oh, I can't focus on myself right now, I have to focus on SP or money or whatever, that's great. But if you can't put yourself on the top of your tier long enough to get an identity that's congruent with a person who loves themselves, then how do you expect the world to reflect that love back to you? If you can't prioritize yourself, how do you expect everybody around you to prioritize you? If you're giving the energy off to the world that you're lowest on the totem pole and everything else is above you, and you don't deserve the time and energy to put into yourself and everything else around you does, and you're externally looking for validation and you're externally reaching for things when you don't believe you have that inside of you, how do you expect the world to mirror back the opposite to you when you don't truly think that of yourself? Come from an identity of strength. Come from an identity of where you decide that every day you get better and better. And even if you don't believe it right now, that you deserve the love, you deserve the wealth, you deserve the health, you deserve all these things, tell yourself every day I get to be a better version of myself. Every day I'm getting more love, more money, more success, more happiness, more peace of mind. Manifesting is getting easier for me by the day. You have full creative control over which identity you show up as. You have full creative control over which stories you identify with, which thoughts you identify with, which end you identify with, and you are choosing a lot of the times the negative ending, the negative outcome, the negative things that you say to yourself. Pick the storyline that serves you. Pick the storyline where your identity is one of self-love, where people around you give you that love, where you get to be the person who gets the things they want, who is the person they want, who deserves the things that they want, who always gets everything that they want in life. If you don't believe that right now, that's okay. But it's about telling a new story of who you are. A story that you don't need things outside of yourself to validate yourself, because you are your own validation. I feed my 8-year-old son that affirmation every single day. Who validates you? And he says, I validate me. Because all we need is ourselves. Those other cherries on top, the SP, the money, the friend group, the social media account blowing up, will be added to us. But start with the foundation of love for yourself, so the love that you have for yourself can be mirrored outside of you. Because a lot of us are behind the starting line on self-love, where we don't particularly care for ourselves, and maybe that's a good place to start. Every day I love myself more. Every day I find positive things about myself. Every day I talk to myself in a better way. Every day I believe in myself more. If you have to take those mini steps to get there, do it for a week and see what happens. But look at how you talk to yourself, the stories you talk to yourself about, the way you expect things to turn out for you, and start from there. Because the stories and the energy and the whole thing, the whole gamut that we believe about ourselves, and that we're identifying with, and the thoughts that we're choosing, and the end games that we're believing to believe in, will mirror in our 3D reality. When we can learn to control our energy, control our reaction, control what we identify with, is when we will start seeing the shift in our 3D reality. If y'all need help with this or have questions, you know what to do. But I love y'all, not as much as y'all should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed Wednesday. Bye.